Spring and summer's finally in the air in Northeast PA. I do believe the last video I put up, there really wasn't much on the trees, but as you can see, everything's greened up. Figured I'd kind of give everybody an update on what's going on. I don't remember if the last time I put a video up if I had gotten the cab or not, but I did pick it up. It's been delivered to the local farm equipment repair guy. He's going to put it on as soon as he gets a opening in his schedule, because with it being hay season, and there are a couple big time farmers around here, so other stuff was ahead of mine, which really isn't that big a deal. So cab's here. That is a Hinneker 1300. It came with everything, any panels, the whole 9 yards. So I'm really happy with it. It's in really good shape. So really looking forward to when that's on there. I was just talking to my buddy who lives next to the hayfield that I have to work. He says it's pretty much ready to be mowed now, so gonna get it done before the goldenrod gets too out of control, trying to get that to keep down. I figure if I brush hog it enough this year, that pretty much have that knocked down and won't be a problem. So if everything goes well, we can be haying it next year. Scrapping has been very good this year. Prices are up, and I did not realize that until this was probably about 2 months ago or so. I was talking to someone who actually does it for a living, that when gas prices are up, the prices for scrap is up. So that's working out really well in my favor. So looking at a set of 3-bottom plows, I really want to upgrade from the 2 bottoms that I have. I do plan to keep the 2 bottoms, but I have located 3 sets of 3-bottom plows. Now, hopefully I can make that happen here pretty shortly. The one set I'm actually fairly familiar with, because if you guys heard me talk about the farm I worked at growing up, they had, I think I mentioned it, they had a Ford 5000, and that tractor was bought from another farmer that was fairly local to us, and it came with the 3-bottom plows and another attachment, but I can't remember offhand what that was. But they never used the 3-bottom plows that came with it, and I do believe they are Ford 101 3-bottom plows. They never used them because they had a set of 4 bottoms and 5 bottoms for the bigger tractors, which back at that time was a 1066, which they still have that. But I ran into my buddy over the weekend, and I asked him if they still had them, and he said yep, that they did. I asked him if he was interested in getting rid of them, and he said that he was, because it's better than them sitting there rusting away, which, if anybody's familiar with moldboard plows, that's thick steel. It'll take a lot for at least the main frame too, but I'm kind of leaning more towards them, because I'd rather put money in his pockets as opposed to buying from a dealer, which is where one set comes from. And they're a set of John Deere 3-bottoms. They're decent sets. I can't say anything bad about them. I'm trying to remember if it's the plowshares that need replaced on them. At least 2 of them do. And they're going for like $700. And there's another set of 3-bottoms that a former supervisor at work has, and I think they might be the same set of John Deere's. At least they look that way from the road, because I drove past this place a couple times and seen him sitting there. And before he retired, was talking to him about it, and he only wants $200 for them. So my thought is, I'll probably get the Fords for pretty cheap, because he said, if anything, it won't be much at all for him. I may get that other set of 3 bottoms for $200 as well, because that's a pretty good deal. Heck, around here, average price for 3 bottom plows is like $600 and up for a fair used set. So I don't think I could really turn up those deals. I don't mind the $700 ones, but if I can get 2 sets of 3 bottoms for cheaper than just that one set, I'm going to go for it. I want to look into replacing the discs that I used to have that are in better usable shape than them ones were. That set was a good set, don't get me wrong, but it did need some work, and unfortunately, due to other things coming up, I just didn't have the time to invest in doing some of the repairs that I really wanted to do on them, because I really did like that set of discs. And I do believe this will be the last year for the drags. I will be plowing the pumpkin patch here soon, and I will be pulling the drags with the Super 8s this year instead of the Coyote. And I'm probably going to use the drags over at our house at the garden too, which I'm going to replow again and then do that. And then I think those drags are just going to have to go for short steel, because they've had it. They've seen the best part of their life. So hopefully the auction where I purchased the Gravity Wagon sprayer and mower from is going to have one here again soon, because they have some hay equipment up there. I want to see if I can get a decent enough price. So if the hay field's definitely ready next year, I want to be prepared to hit the field. So that's pretty much what's going on now that we're able to do stuff outside. There'll be more videos with equipment being ran and used. So I figured I'd catch everybody up. I appreciate everybody watching and commenting, and we will see you guys on the next one.